Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. And Uncle Charles gotta be frank with you guys. I had no idea that the SPY was gonna put in another new 52-week high. I had the levels, 1.618 fib level at 451.7, which I mentioned to you guys. I had that 450 level, which is also 1.5 fib level. And of course, the 448-ish to 448.5 level. Guys, you guys know what I always say. We trading unbiasedly. We're not trying to predict. We're just trying to react. So we know the levels, know the setups beforehand, and just trade it unbiasedly. Looking to react. This is what Uncle Charles do on his channel. I identify the levels, the setup, so the next day when we have the opportunity, we trade it unbiasedly. Okay? I had no idea what was going to happen today. I even wrote in my Discord every now and then, I give out a general lean. Well, every morning I give out a general lean. But today's general lean, I said that I'm overall favoring a chop. And, because I need to see how price action behave today and tomorrow before I can give us a directional lean that I'm confident in. In other words, what I was pretty much saying was, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I can't see the future. I've mentioned that multiple and many times on this channel. I can't see the future. Nobody can see the future. Anyone who acts like they can see the future, run. Okay, that's a red flag. They try to act like the Nostradamus of stock trading. Run, guys, run. You got to use your own experience, and you see what a bunch of these stock gurus do. Act like they can see the future. And then they get people biased, talking about bear bias and bull bias and stuff like that. Indicators and all these divergences and 9-count cells and all this crap. Listen, block out all that noise and focus on what matters. Today I mentioned that I pretty much have no clue what was going to happen. But on my second post today, at 9:27 a.m., right before the market opened, Uncle Charles looked at the chart, and I noticed we had a falling wedge pattern. Okay, you guys see the white line, and then we have my support levels at the 448 to 448.5 zone. That's in the pink lines. And I said, okay, based on this and the fact that we just came off of a one-directional move all the way from 437-ish, that was a big, that's a big move to the upside. A little pullback. So I figured, okay, based on the trend and based on this structure, I'm bullish. And I wrote right here, stay long above 448.5 to the 448 zone, or look to long if 450 recaptures to put 451.5 to 452 zone in play. Now, why did I wanted to be bullish? Well, because of this structure and the fact that we were in an uptrend. Okay, now if it broke down my support of 448, I definitely would have looked to short. I will just follow the price action. I don't know where it's gonna go, but I have faith in it. I'm a sheep. A sheep is a follower, and I follow the price action. I'm a dumb follower of the price action. But anyways, I told my members as long as above 448 to 448.5, stay long. So when I saw the breakout of that falling wedge, personally, I took a long right there at market open. Okay? And look at that. If you didn't want to go long there, you could wait for the breakout of 450. All right? I'll change the color to pink. Nope, the wrong color. I'll change it to blue. All right? Look at how it broke out, and then back tested it as a support, confirming the breakout was legit, and it went and hit our next level at 451.5 to 452. It was great. Level to level move. Now, for the people that's saying that's not even a big move, Uncle Charles, well, that's why we trade options. You look at the delta for some of these in-the-money contracts for SPY, I've mentioned before. They're about 45 to 55 cents. Look at the delta, 45 to 55 cents for every $1 move. So look at how many, we moved. That's a $3 move intraday. Even if you caught the 450 breakout, that's almost a $2 move. Now, maybe you're trading with small capital, buying 1 or 2 contracts. Okay, that's fine. Get better at level-to-level trading. You know, build your consistency. Focus on your consistency, or better yet, paper trade and get better building the habits, building the right habits so that it become instinctual. Okay? Building the right habits. Level to level style, no greed, base hits. If you want to go for a home run, let your runners run for the home run. Okay? Level to level style. And if you learn to do that consistently and you get more comfortable, you can always add more capital. Right? So a $1 move, first of all, is more than $1, but a $1 move with 10 contracts, that's anywhere from $450 to $550 in a day. Don't sleep on level-to-level style trading. There's no greed. It won't make that much money if you're using small capital, of course, but at that level, at that stage, if you have small capital, you shouldn't be focusing on trying to get rich quick. This is not a get rich quick scheme here. This is a get rich slow scheme. So you got to go through with the process. You got to be patient and focus on building consistency. Focus on building and behaving unbiasedly. Okay? It's so easy for the market makers to rug pull you if you are trading biasedly. Today I had no idea what the market was going to do. I just followed the setups and the price action unbiasedly, played it level to level style. I do this every day. No, I'm not going to look for a new indicator, new nothing. I stick to what works. I become a master of maybe 1 or 2 trade setups. That's it. The 450, keep in mind, my trade setups are my favorite trade setups are the false breakouts and the false breakdown setup. Look on the daily chart. We broke down 450 last Friday and we recaptured that. That's a false breakdown setup. Look at in the pre-market. Not everyone watches the pre-market, but I think it's good for context how we broke down that 448ish level and recaptured it. Look at that. False breakdown setups are trap setups. When you play the false breakdowns and the false breakout setups, you are playing and trading with the traps instead of becoming a victim of it. Okay? Look up these things, do your homework, and add them to your tactics, your trading tactics. Make it a habit that you do every day. Okay? So yeah, level style worked pretty good, pretty straightforward day. Wasn't a big move, but you don't really need a big move. You just need a good level move, leave some runner, and take what the market gives you. No greed. Now we're looking at the 4-hour chart here. We managed to hit a new 52-week high, hitting one of my fib levels, a little wash above it. Okay? So yeah, if obviously if bulls want another new 52-week high, they're gonna have to clear 452. That will put 454 in play, my 1.786 fib level. I can add more coordinates here. Right here. There's a level at 456.6 if 454 clears. Okay? And above that, 458 and 460. Alright? Now that only in play if SPY clears 452. I know a lot of you are saying, oh, bearish divergence. It can't go up any higher. Our earnings coming up. Seasonal weakness. Yes, there's plenty of reasons that we should be bearish. We can be bearish right now. But unless the shepherd says it's time to go down, then it ain't going down. And who is the shepherd? The price action. Price action is the shepherd. If you guys agree, please hit the like button. Okay, I should see at least 500 likes in today's video because you guys are my flock and I'm part of your flock. We are a flock. So hit that like button if you're part of the flock. I should see at least 500 or more likes. Okay, let's get into the trade setups for tomorrow. Okay, we reflected on today. Cool. What about tomorrow? Okay, like I said, above 451.7 and 452 zone, we could see more upside. But for tomorrow, the bear case, it has a start with the breakdown of 450. We recaptured that today. We have a false breakdown setup with that 450 today. So if we break it down tomorrow or gap below it, that's a good sign that the false breakdown is canceling. We're most likely not going to go see more upside. We're going to pull back down to 448, 446, and possibly back test 444. All right, that was the previous June high, and we struggled to break out of that for a little bit until we did, and it gave us this nice trend move. Okay, so tomorrow Overall, guys, keep in mind, overall, I'm bullish above 444. Remember the ascending triangle. Remember the ascending triangle. I don't have it on my chart right now, but remember the ascending triangle. I'm not going to make it perfect here. Okay? Remember that. Bam. Okay, I'm not going to make it perfect. Usually I take my time and make it perfect. I just want you guys to get the point here. We had an ascending triangle that took a month to build up, month and a half to build up, and we broke out. Okay? So even if SPY pulls back to back test it, it's not actually bearish, guys. It's actually pretty healthy in an uptrend. It's pretty healthy, and if SPY bounces there, that confirms the breakout. Okay? If you're the type of people that like to swing from, direct at support level, that will be the level to give a shot. R&R wise, that will be the level to long direct that. That'll give it a shot there. I don't know if it'll work. Make sure you have a stop loss. Me personally, I only trust false breakdowns and false breakout setups. All right? Every now and then, I'll trade breakouts of resistance or breakouts of support, but only if it's coming off of a false breakdown or a false breakout setup. All right? If that makes sense. Okay? Are we all on the same page here? Please hit the like button. Again, oh, you can't hit the like. You can only hit it one time. Well, you can always unlike and then like it again. So if we are on the same page, comment below. Comment below. Uncle, we on the same page. On the same page. Let me see those comments. Or if you don't want to comment a sentence, just put the number 1. Comment 1 in the chat. 1, so I know we are on the same page. I know I'm not doing this for no reason. I know I'm not the only one. Gets lonely sometimes being a sheep. Sheeps aren't meant to be alone, guys. We are a flock. Are you part of the flock? Are you part of Uncle's flock? It's not Uncle's flock. It's our flock. I'm not the shepherd. Okay? I'm just the messenger of the price action. Price action is the shepherd. Now, let's move on to Triple Q here, because I'm rambling at this point. Nice setup on Triple Q. I wrote here in the Discord. Calls only of 380 recaptures. Look to show only below 378.5. I wrote it right there. We never broke down 378.5, but we did clear 380, and boom. A nice move up to 383.49. Very nice move. Level to level style. Okay, let me zoom out to the 4-hour chart. You can see we're just consolidating here. I thought it would form a cup, but the right side of the potential cup is higher. So I don't know if it's legit a cup anymore. But let's look at the fib levels, guys. 1.5 fib level is at 380.48. Cleared that today, intraday. Managed to close above 382.2-ish in the morning, but end of day couldn't stay above it. All right, so support right now is at 380. If 380 fails, or 380 to 380.5 zone, if that fails, 378.5 incoming. Below that, I got 376.5, 374. And then back down to 372.8-ish. Okay, we short breakdowns of support. Keep in mind, on the daily chart, those are false breakout setups. So if we break down these support, that's false breakout setup. Okay? If Triple Q wants more upside, it must clear 383.5 to put 385 and 388 in play. If it goes up, don't argue with the price action. You will lose every time. Do not argue with the price action. Here's IWM. It managed to clear one of my fib level, 192.45. This was last Thursday, closed back below it on Friday. Got us thinking it was a false breakout, but look what happened today. Recapture that. False breakdown setup. Okay? False breakdown setup more powerful when the trend is up. And IWM been in an uptrend looking like since early May. So tomorrow, if it clears that 194 level, it tested it today, but if it clears that 194 level, I need to close above it on the daily chart to be official, okay? To put 196.3-ish and 199 in play, all right? I'll only look to short below 192.44 to put 190 play level to level, and if 190 fails, 187, and then potentially 183.3 would be back in play, okay, guys? Tesla, look at this. You see my orange line, multi-year trend line, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. And what did the Tesla do today. We got to zoom in here. What did the Tesla do today? The Tesla broke out. It gapped up, came back and tested 283.5. That was the breakout level. As a support, bounced. Look at it, incredible bounce. Tesla gave us a breakout, guys. So if you are a bear, listen up. If you are a bear, do not try to short this unless Tesla drops back below 283. If it drops back below 283, we got a false breakout set up on our hand. Make sure you play it level to level. I would favor a test of 280 and 277. If 277 fail, we get a deeper pullback with 274.5 in play first, 272, and then below that is 269. If 269 can't even defend, hold on to your horses. We are going to drop down a lot more. But as long as above 283.5, Tesla is in breakout mode. This is not the time to get bearish when the chart is showing us that an equity like Tesla is in breakout mode. So be very careful. Let the price action guide you. If 291 clears tomorrow, 295, 299, and 305-ish would be in play. If 290 clears tomorrow, I got support at 288 and 285.5. If that fails, 283.5 would be in play. Below that, I'll switch back to bear bias. But as long as above, I'm bull bias. Just watching for the breakout of the next resistance level or false breakdown setup. Watch for that. Okay, guys? Apple. All right, look at that orange trend line. The trend line that has kept Apple in a bull trend, giving us new all-time high. It's a bull market for Apple. All 2023, look at that orange line. Don't look at the other lines. There's a lot of lines. But look at that orange line. Let me change it to pink. Maybe you'll see it better, right? Look at that pink line. Kept us up in a, Apple in the bull trend. I've mentioned don't get bearish unless we break down that level. If you've listened to Uncle, you should be up pretty handsomely and beautifully on Apple. If you are, holding this stock or swing trading it or long term in it. But yeah, look at this, guys. We had a recent, July 11th was the latest bounce off of that 2023 trend line. And now we're coming back almost a double top. Okay, this was a June high, late June high around 194.48. So right there, if Apple wants a high, we already got the bounce off of the trend line. If it wants a high, it needs to clear 194.5. If it does, don't argue with it. Look to long above it with 196, 198, and 200 in play. As long as above the pink trend line, I am bearish. I am bullish. But we do have support at 193 now. If 193 fails, we could get a pullback back down to 191.6. And then maybe, just maybe, we could go test the pink trend line again at 189. Bulls in control overall above 189. A clearing of 194.5 will send us back to a new all-time high. Will give us a new all-time high. Okay, bears take control below 189. If that happens, we will talk about it. Until then, stay bullish, guys. I know it doesn't make sense, but just follow it. We're sheeps. Here is NVDA. Incredible trading with NVDA. If you are a level-to-level sheep-style trader, NVDA is like the girl you always wanted to date in high school, and then you actually got to date her. Like, how much better can that get, guys? All right, so yeah, these blue lines are my levels. If you are a tier 2 members or above, oh, that's the tier 3 room. If you are a tier 2 members or above, you see I write multiple trade ideas for NVDA. I had one on EXC and one for ENPH. ENPH paid very well today. But yeah, the first post on NVDA, I wrote look to long above 459.3 with 463.5 to 464 zone in play, and then 466 and higher targets. And I wrote short below 454.5 at 451, 449 and lower targets in play. Now, what did NVDA do at the open? Well, it cleared the first resistance of 459.3 and gave us a beautiful level move. It actually went as high as 465, so hopefully you guys will even catch it. But look what happened next. After testing resistance, gave us a false breakout, and it gave us a nice level move. It actually went below, after breaking down 459.3 it went as low as 452.6. So there was money to be made if you were a bull, and there was money to be made if you was a bear. Now, what is the greatest trade setup of all time? Please answer me, guys. What's the greatest trade setup of all time? If you said the false breakout setup, you're darn right. Look at this false breakdown setup right there. Around noontime, we broke down that 454-ish level that I had, and then recaptured it, and boom, gave us from 454 all the way going as high as 465. Guys, these are some incredible move, and Uncle Charters give the trade ideas and the levels throughout the day. I'm trying to get us paid, guys. Join the team, join the flock, and meet me in the sheep's den. And let's trade NVDA. Amazing. Now, let's go to a 1 hour time frame so I can chart this for you guys, because in case you don't want to join my Discord and be part of my flock, I still want to give you information because I love you guys. Anyways, so here is the levels that you guys need to watch. As long as above 464, stay bullish. Stay bullish with 466, 468, and 470.5 in play. If 470.5 clears, 473, 478.8, and then 480-ish would be back in play. Above 480, we're getting some new all-time highs. If you want to get bearish, wait for the false breakout setup. Don't try to catch no home run. NVDA is not the stock to play with. You won't get humbled if you do not play this properly. Trade this properly. Below 464, 459.3 would be back in play. If that level fails, I would look to short with 454.7 and 449 in play first. Below that, I got 446, 444, and 440. We got that? Please, I'm begging you, add these levels to your chart. I'll be able to give you better guidance in the Discord. But if you're not, and you're doing this on your own, add my levels to your charts and play the setups. Meta, I got Fibonacci level at 309, okay? That's the 1.382 fib level. We had a breakdown. Let's zoom in here. We had a breakdown of that level last Friday. We recaptured it today. As long as above 309, Meta is bullish with 312, 316, and possibly up to 320-ish in play. If you want to get bearish, look for it to break back below 309 to put 305 and 300 back in play. If you're wondering, Uncle, those levels are far apart. Well, Meta's a volatile stock. It's not as volatile as NVDA, but this stock is volatile. And Amazon hit the top of our rising channel. We're now looking to pull back, okay? Tomorrow, if it breaks below 132.5, look to short with 130 in play, okay? The support of the channel. If 130 fails that support, that's very bearish. That's a breakdown of the channel. And that will put 127 and 123.5 to 124 zone back in play. That'll be very bearish. You want to swing shorts below 130. Now, if it breaks out above, if it recaptures 134.5, that will put 136.7 back in play. If it clears 136.7, that's bullish, putting 140 plus in play. Okay, guys? Now, what else am I missing? Here is the VIX. VIX is looking bearish. You guys see my blue trend line? It broke it down on Wednesday. Today, it backtested as a resistant, and it got more selling pressure, trying to confirm the breakdown of that trend line. Okay, so tomorrow it breaks down 13.3, very bearish, putting 12.6 and 11.3 in play. Bearish sentiment is canceled if 14 is recaptured. Okay, guys? Now, let's take a look at the dark pool orders. Here we go. 449. Interesting, guys. Nothing over $1 billion in premium. We need to talk about this. The highest premium we have is at 449, but it's only 683 million in premium. This is a sign that institutions are backing up a bit. Okay, could we be entering the chop phase? Remember my last video, we talk about seasonal weakness based on the seasonality, which is based on the last 20 years. When we get to this part of the season, we get a little bit of weakness. It doesn't mean we pull back, although we could, depending on how earnings go. We could get a very beautiful pullback, or we could just get into some ugly, choppy mess. And, seeing the dark pool order not providing, over 1 billion in premium, it tells me that probably big money is not showing as much interest at these levels, okay? But so just be careful Uncle Charters is here to give you guys the levels and the setups. Follow the price action and you'll be fine. Okay, but yeah, the highest one we had today was at 449 for what it's worth. It wasn't a billion, over a billion, so I don't take it too serious. Here is the SPY, and we'll look at the 1 month out. Bearish for the short term. Triple Q. I wrote it right this time, guys. I wrote a typo last time. I wrote it right. Triple Q, look, nothing for the short term. Big money is not interested right now at these levels, apparently. What? IWM? I wrote it right. Tesla. Okay, bullish. That's very bullish for the short term. Apple. I wrote it right this time. AAPL. Bullish for the short term. It was bullish for the short term last week as well, guys. And it played out. NVDA. Bullish for the short term. What else? Meta. Bullish for the short term. Amazon. Bullish for the short term. And last but not least, here's the VIX. Bullish for the short term. We're getting a divergence. Divergence. It's all right. It's all right. We follow the price action. We are sheeps. Anyways, that's it, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys found value in this content. I try to give you guys unbiased price action. No bias, no BS, no noise. Focus on the price action, the purity of it. And I try to give you, in a balanced way as possible. I cover the bull case and the bear case. I just appreciate if you're watching still, listen to me ramble. I had my coffee earlier, so I'm a little energized. So if you're here listening to me ramble still and you're new, please hit the hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell, because YouTube won't always recommend my channel, and my channel has been lagging as far as growth goes. Those YouTube channels that have less videos than me, there are YouTube channels that started around the same time as me. They all have double the subscriber count that I have. They have like 15,000, 20,000 subscribers, and I'm lagging here. So, if you guys are part of the flock, you believe in sheep style trading, you believe in what I preach and what I, represent, please help me grow my channel. Hit that like button. Hopefully I can see 500 likes today. Subscribe if you haven't already. And, if you guys really like my content and you want more, you want to be able to connect with me more personally, stuff like that, please consider joining my Discord. I'd love to talk to you and, welcome you to the sheep's den. All right. Until then, Uncle Charters is out.